Most people think living in Canada is expensive because of rent. But honestly, rent is only part of the problem. The real issue is that salaries no longer match the actual cost of living. And that's why so many people, especially newcomers, struggle financially after moving here. In this video, I'll break down the real cost of living in Canada in 2026. No fake numbers, no fantasy lifestyle, just reality. Let's start with rent. If you live in Toronto or Vancouver, a one-bedroom apartment can easily cost between $2,000 to almost $3,000 per month. Even in smaller cities, rent is still very expensive. And most newcomers don't have Canadian credit history, so landlords often ask for extra deposits, proof of income, or multiple months of rent up front. Now let's talk about taxes. A lot of people see salaries online and think, wow, $60,000 sounds amazing. But after taxes, deductions, and expenses, that number feels very different. If you make around $60,000 per year in Canada, your monthly take-home pay might only be around $3,500 to $4,000. Now let's look at monthly expenses. Rent, around $2,000. Groceries, $400 to $600. Transportation, around $200. Phone and internet, another $100. Utilities, $100 to $200. And then you still have insurance, unexpected expenses, shopping, subscriptions, and basic life costs. Suddenly, your money disappears very quickly. And this is why many immigrants struggle financially during their first years in Canada. Not because they are lazy, but because they underestimated the real cost of living. Many people arrive expecting opportunity, but they are not financially prepared for reality. That's why savings are extremely important before moving here. Personally, I believe newcomers should have at least 4 to 6 months of expenses saved before arriving in Canada, because finding a stable job can take time, and your first job might not pay what you expected. Now, does this mean Canada is a bad country? Not necessarily. Canada can still offer safety, opportunity, good health care, and long-term stability. But financially, life here is much harder than many people expect. And the people who succeed are usually the ones who understand the system early. If you found this video helpful, subscribe to the channel. This channel is all about the real side of life in Canada: money, jobs, cost of living, and financial survival. And in the next video, I'll explain why many immigrants stay broke in Canada, even with decent salaries.